Welcome back to Brazen Brits. My name is Lawrence.
And I'm Natalie. And today we are at Skidaway State Park, which is just off Wassaw Island in Georgia.
This is Wassaw Island.
I think it
which is literally just down the coast from Tybee Island. Now, the reason why I'm here, we have been to Savannah many times. Natalie won't let me actually go into Savannah this time because we've been there so many times. But between here and about 3 miles off the coast is an unexploded, armed nuclear bomb.
It makes me wonder.
Alright, I've been following this for a while because I find it fascinating. We have been to Tybee Island. I have done a bunch of research on it and everything. But anyway, in 1948, a F86 Fighter Jet and a B-47 bomber collided midair. Now, the bomber was carrying this 7,500-pound bomb, and they were worried that the landing gear and everything was quite damaged on the plane. So it was still flying. Both of them were fine. They were both flying. Everyone survived. But the bomber decided to drop the bomb because they were worried about it detonating when they landed, which obviously would have been in a crowded area. So it was better to just drop it off out on the coast. Now, they did search for it for a couple of months afterwards and they never found it because they're not quite sure where they dropped it. So that's kind of creepy. Apart from that, this is a fantastic place.
It is, it's very cute.
It's got some really cool trails. We're doing 2 loops here and they're about a mile each. And they're really cool, they're really safe. We haven't seen a snake, we haven't seen an alligator.
No. I'm not sure how I'm going to get through this part.
No,
though.
this is, we're a little bit stuck here, so...
$5 to get in.
Yep,
so
just $5 for the day, for parking for 1 car, which is kind of cool. There is a campground here. We're not staying here.
No.
Because we're staying at the Macintosh Manor.
Yes.
Which we love, if you saw last week's video. But this is cool. Yes. Like, we're from, well, not from Florida, obviously, but most of the walks in Florida, we have to watch out for alligators, especially with jacks.
Yes.
But this is fantastic because it's actually, there are some alligator ponds here on one of the loops.
We're not doing that.
But we're doing the one that goes around the coast, so it's actually salt water, so there's no...
So just crocodiles?
No, yeah, just crocodiles and stuff like that. But yeah, we suggest if you like hiking and you want to go around, it's actually really nice. It's fairly shaded as well.
Yeah, it is.
So since searching for the bomb, they did it for a couple of months straight away afterwards, between like February and April, looking for the bomb, could not find it until the search in 2001. So they used high-tech search things, you know, sonar, things like that, and they think they found it between 5 and 15 feet under silt at Wassaw Sound, which is just probably a mile up that way from where we're stood right now. But in 2004, Lieutenant Colonel Derek Duke narrowed down the search to a football field sized area. So him and his partner, they got a Geiger counter which looks for radioactive levels, and they found radioactive particles 4 times natural levels. However, the Air Force Nuclear Weapons Advisor said that the source was naturally occurring from monazite deposits. I don't know what that is, I need to look into that, but 4 times normal radiation levels where a nuclear bomb was dropped is apparently naturally occurring from monazite. Could be, don't know enough about it. I will research. I'm sure someone here watching this will correct me or let me know if that's the case.
There are a few marshy bits, so I do recommend bringing wellies, I guess, if you've come just after a storm.
Mud boots. Mud
boots, that's it. And although it hasn't been terrible, bring the bug spray. We've had a couple of mosquitoes that I've spotted. It's not as bad as I thought it would be for how swampy this place is. But yeah, bring bug spray.
But here's the thing. So there's 2 concerns about this. The first one is it going to explode? Which it hasn't for over 50 years, so I'm assuming we're safe there. But there has been a lot of arguments about whether the bomb is capable of explosion. So apparently if it had the plutonium nuclear core, then yes it would, and this whole area would be absolutely destroyed. However, if it didn't, it can still explode, but it would just be a normal conventional explosion from the 400 pounds of enriched uranium. The There's so much. I've researched this a lot, and there is a lot of different things that suggest that it doesn't have the core and that it does have the core. Interestingly, this is a saltwater marsh, so you probably don't want to let your dogs drink out of this because it's saltwater. It'll upset their stomach.
Oops, I just did.
Anyway, saltwater marsh, and one of the major things that this needs is oysters.
Really?
Yeah, so there's a ton of oysters in here, because they not only do they, you know, provide food for other animals and fish and stuff, but they actually filter the water, and so it's necessary, otherwise this would just become a real nasty place. But the weird thing is it doesn't stink here, so it is a marsh, but it doesn't smell bad, does it? You know, normally you go to marshes and they smell pretty nasty. Yeah,
true, with all the mud and stuff.
It doesn't really have that here, and I'm wondering if that's because of the oysters. But anyway, yeah, the oysters here are a critical part of the wildlife.
Well, who knew?
The ecosystem.
Off the top of your head? Just
off the top of my head. The thing is, even if it isn't able to explode, there is still a lot of radiation and you know, chemicals and stuff in there that cannot be good. So at some point I'm assuming it's going to rust through and then just pollute all of the waterways and the coastline around Savannah and Tybee Island along the east. I can't find much about that or how long it would take to actually you know, rust through and start to leak, but I'm certain it's going to happen. But they have been talking about, I read some articles about whether they, if they do want to try and retrieve it, they're obviously going to have to get through 15 feet of silt, and doing that is probably no easy feat. And apparently they're saying that it would cause more destruction to the local area to try and lift that out now, because the chances are it's going to damage or it's going to be weak, and then they're essentially just going to let it, you know, pollute everything. I don't know. What are your thoughts on this? Should they try and retrieve it before it leaks out, or do we just leave it for some other generation's problem? Anyway, there's a lot of research you can look at online. I find it fascinating. So if anyone has any other information or any cool sources, or if there is anyone in the military that knows about this, please leave us a comment or send us an email. You can send it to hello@brazenbrits.com. You can visit our website and send us a message as well. I'd love to know more about this. This has been fascinating since the first time we came to Savannah area. This reminds me of Route 66 all over again, Natalie. The second thing is Kansas. We're about 3 miles into Kansas, and this is a road apparently. We're not going through that. We literally just walked up here. There's one section that they are loops, but this is one section we're walking back to the car now. This wasn't here a minute ago.
No.
I got my good shoes on.
Oh no.
We're gonna have to get wet now.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's obviously tidal. Didn't think about that.
No.
All right, after you.
Oh dear. Good luck.
Oh.
That's weird. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, that didn't work. I wasn't quick enough. My socks are sopping wet.
Oh, nasty.
Luckily we're on the way back. It's very nice and warm water though, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Well, that was it. Anyway, I'm going to carry on thinking about the bomb, because I can't stop thinking about it. And so, yeah, any information you have, you can send it through. That would be fantastic. I'm looking at you, Techno Jerry. You know. All right, so thank you for watching. We're going to leave a video up here. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Natalie loves it when you hit the thanks button. And if you'd like to join and become a channel member and become a Braziere to support a couple of tits, that would be me and Natalie. Please go ahead and do that. All right, we will see you next week.